By you having all of these experiences, now you became an author, right? You have a book. If you can kind of talk about that.
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of us walking around the face of this earth with false identities. There are many men who have children, secret children, denied children, abandoned children, and those children are known by their mother's surnames. Now, I am Jerry Mofokeng Macheta now. I was known as Jerry Mofokeng. What happened there? 2014, on the 10th of December, on my wife's birthday, I found out who my father was at the age of 58. Okay.
Wow.
58. And then people were asking me to pen my story, my journey to me. And I started writing that story, but I had already been doing a lot of talks to men about manhood, about masculinity. And so I'm combining those two elements in that book. Really, my journey to me, finding out who I am, so that my children and my children's children will have their proper identity in this lifetime. And then my journey as an actor is in there, the best and the worst experiences, and a commentary here and there about this craft of acting. Yeah. And life generally as a man. Listen, Tay, I am suggesting and I'm proposing that manhood is an inside job. Manhood is an inside job. Please feel free to disagree with me, but let me finish. Your birth certificate confirms your gender, but it doesn't make you a man. You grow up and then have a beard and all sorts of things that says you have grown up. You could just be a big boy and not a man necessarily. You could even have children. You're fortunate by God's grace that you are able to plant a healthy seed and children are born. But fathering is about being there, not supporting. That's the word used here in South Africa. When you support, you are outsourcing fathering. You are financing other people to do what you ought to be doing. Because you build your sons and your daughters inside. And so it's very easy for people out there to insult men. Men are dogs, men are this, men are... And I say, who made them dogs? Who made them lazy? Who made them irresponsible? And I am saying it's all of us. Those people did not choose, did not make themselves. You find a boy of 15 and a sister of 10. The sister is turned out to be the maid, the helper of the brother. The brother is not taught to clean after himself. And is taught by the mother and the sisters and everybody, female, in that house, and we want to talk about toxic masculinity, who teaches these boys all these things? I am saying it is not right that my father ran away, but if you're my son, Tay, and no, your mom teaches you to hate your father. You don't only hate your father, you hate men, you hate masculinity, you hate being corrected, you hate being led, you hate, you hate, you hate. And so when you finally get to the world out there, you want to get things your way. The very mother, and then the girls out there want to insult you. Who made you to be like that? And then the only thing I teach the young men is how to be playboys, to be gigolos, and 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 to treat women as just instruments and not as human beings. So masculinity is largely taught by both men and women. And don't waste your time insulting men. You're not solving the problem. Some of them will say, okay, you think I'm such a dog, I'm going to do doggish things out there. Don't insult a man. Yeah, I shouldn't shout too much, but I'm passionate about these issues of manhood.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you were saying some powerful stuff. I really appreciate that. Now the book, if the viewers want to check it out, if they want to support, they want to read more about it, where can they find it?
It's called I Am a Man. And I think they can find it through these online platforms. If they just put the name I Am a Man, and it will say Jerry Mofokeng Wamacheta. I should have put it like that here so that they can remember it properly. But it's, yeah, many people just look for Jerry Mofokeng and they'll find me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add it when I repost the show. So we about 25 minutes in. I'm not gonna hold you up. I wanted to ask you about one more project if you could speak on it. I don't want to mispronounce it, but I think the translation was it was called Thug, and it made a big impact even here in the States. It was on Netflix. If you could speak about working in that film, how do you pronounce it?
What's the spelling?
Tsotsi.
Oh, Tsotsi.
Totsi.
Yeah, Tsotsi. Athol Fugard wrote a short story that the director of the film adapted. And so what happens is my agent calls me up. My agent is MLA. People will find that easily. MLA. They say, look, there's a director who's interested in your services. Um, Come, we've arranged a meeting. I go to him and he talks to me about this film. He says, you are a disabled, really marginalized man, and you're scarred. Uh, let's talk about that. And we spoke about that, and we spoke about that. And finally, we meet in rehearsal. And then he decides to choose my scenes the first 2 or 3 days. And the actors will understand this. He, after a few takes, he says, look, makeup is ready to give you artificial tears. I say, no, I don't want artificial tears because it means what I'm doing is baseless. It's got no foundation inside. And so I will find the tears. And it's amazing. Anyone and everyone that's seen that film just remembers that scene of me under the bridge and Tsotsi kicking my money, and I'm crying and I'm moaning. But it was really was a moving experience for me, a fulfilling experience to act the downtrodden, the marginalized, the forgotten people of our society. Because there's the tendency, oh, Dr. Jerry has a master's from Columbia, he has a degree from Wits University, all Ivy League schools. No, man. And they want to give me paths where the roles where I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm the mafia. But acting is about being who you're not. And so that really was a memorable experience for me.
Oh wow. So yeah, it's definitely been an honor. I just want to thank you again so much for your contribution and your work and your consistency. Even with the book, like you were sharing about becoming a man. If not now, is just it's needed more than ever. So I want to thank you again so much for coming on the platform.
Thank you for reaching out to me, Tay.
Oh yeah, it's an honor. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in. It's been another phenomenal episode of Taye Speaks. So until next time, peace.
Great.